On this video, I'll be talking about Victor Axelsen, whom I chose for my athlete project. Victor Axelsen is a badminton player who's currently ranked at number 1 in the whole world, and he's also the current defending Olympic champion in badminton. And in this video, I'll be breaking down what is an immunity and what does immunity do for my athlete. But first, I must explain what immunity is. Immunity is what helps our body fight against foreign substances, infections, and bacteria that are harmful to our bodies. In immunity, there are two types of responses. There are non-specific response and a specific response. Now that I've explained what immunity is, now I'll explain what non-responses is. This response is a general fashion against all invaders. This response consists of the first line of defense and the second line of defense. First line of defense is the physical defense of our body, which consists the skin, the saliva, and the tears. With the skin, this is the physical barrier between our organs and the outside world. While the saliva and the tears, these two fluids produce proteins called lysosomes. This protein breaks down the cell wall of these invaders, which weakens them. And if the cell survives, the second line of defense is then activated. Now with the second line of defense activated, this is the immune response itself. And this line of defense consists of antibodies of immune cells that help fight foreign substances or harmful bacteria. And this is where the white blood cells or leukocytes are located. This is the blood cell that help fight against harmful bacteria by engulfing themselves, which is the process called phagocytosis. Now that the immunity non-specific response is done, there is the other one called the specific response. This response only activates for specific foreign substances and harmful bacteria. In this line of defense, or the third line of defense, it eliminates foreign objects that has penetrated its way through the non-specific line of defense. This line of defense consists of the cells that fight off against these foreign objects. Cells such as the lymphocytes, which help the body's immune system fight against these harmful bacteria. The B cells are the ones that create the antibodies to fight off these harmful bacteria. And finally, the 4 T cells. These cells fight off the harmful bacteria. How this response works is through the 4 T cells. It starts with the first T cell, which is a helper T cell. This T cell acts as a sentry that searches foreign substances and harmful bacteria. Once the foreign substance is detected, it activates a killer T cell. This T cell then kills the harmful bacteria by releasing its toxins directly into the bacteria. Once the killer T cells are released, the suppressor T cells is then released to stop the immune response from further advancing, or it may result to a harm for our body. After these 3 responses are done, the member T cell is then activated. This T cell will remember the bacteria or the antigen shape, and this will help the immune system work better and faster the next time the infection reoccurs. Now that I have broken down what is an immunity, now I'll explain how this helps my athlete. How this helps my athlete is that athletes need the immune system to keep their body healthy, and being healthy means being peak conditioned during gameplay. Since Victor Axelsen is already a really active person, his immune system is boosted because it promotes movement of white blood cells within the body, in which locates the viruses and bacteria that went through the body. Whereas in this video, it shows that Victor Axelsen is already moving a lot, and this promotes the white blood cell to move a lot and find these harmful bacteria hiding within the body. This response probably occurred when Victor Axelsen contracted COVID. With Victor Axelsen already being an active person, COVID-19 virus was probably detected quicker than usual. This is because the white blood cells are already around the body, and with this, the T cells can react quicker, in which the sentry T cells or the helper T cells can detect it. And this is where the third line of defense is then occurring for Victor Axelsen, where the killer T cell is then activated through the sentry T cell or the helper T cell detecting it. Then the killer T cell is then suppressed by a suppressor T cell from causing further harm to the body. After that, the member T cell is then activated to remember the antigen's shape, and so the immune response will be faster and more effective the next time he is infected. That is my explanation on how immunity helps my athlete. Thank you.